My wife thinks I cheated on her because I said I don't regret sleeping with other women while we were broken up. A breakup that happened because she started talking with her ex again, who she previously left me for, and wants me to take it back. Let me start from the beginning because my wife has rewritten this entire history, and I need someone to tell me I'm not crazy. 4 years ago, we'd been dating for 2 years and things were great. Then her ex Tobias came back into the picture. He moved back to our city after a job transfer, and suddenly she was getting texts from him at all hours. She told me they were just friends, that she'd known him since college, and it would be weird to ignore him. I trusted her. Then one night I saw her phone light up on the nightstand at midnight. The preview said, "I miss what we had," and she grabbed it so fast she nearly knocked the lamp over. We had a massive fight. She swore nothing was happening. I asked her to cut contact. She said I was being controlling and that she shouldn't have to give up friendships because of my insecurity. 2 weeks later, she sat me down and said she needed space to figure out what she wanted. She moved into her friend's apartment. I found out 3 days later from a mutual friend that she'd been seen at dinner with Tobias. Not a group dinner, a candles and wine dinner. She left me for him. She didn't say those words, but that's what happened. I was destroyed for about 2 months. Couldn't eat, could barely work, lost 15 pounds. Then I started picking myself back up, hit the gym, reconnected with friends, and yes, I started seeing other women. Nothing serious. I was single and trying to move on from the worst heartbreak of my life. I slept with 3 women over the course of 4 months. I wasn't hiding from anything. I was healing the only way I knew how. Then she came back. Tobias turned out to be exactly who I warned her about. He was controlling and jealous and still in love with his life before her. She showed up at my door one evening looking smaller than I remembered and asked if we could talk. She said leaving me was the biggest mistake of her life, that Tobias meant nothing, that she'd been confused and scared and she was sorry. I should have said no. I know that now, but I loved her and she was standing there crying and I let her back in. We got back together, went to couples therapy, rebuilt things slowly, got married a year and a half later. For a while, everything was good. Then last month we were at a dinner party and someone brought up the topic of past relationships. Lighthearted conversation, nothing heavy. One of my buddies joked about how I'd been quite the bachelor during our breakup. My wife's face changed instantly. Later that night, she asked me point blank, "Did you sleep with anyone while we were broken up?" I told her the truth. Yes, 3 women over 4 months while we were completely separated. A separation she initiated because she wanted to be with Tobias. She went cold, didn't speak to me for the rest of the night. The next morning, she sat at the kitchen table and said, "I need you to tell me you regret it." "Regret what?" "Sleeping with those women. I need to hear you say you wish you hadn't." I looked at her for a long time. "I don't regret it. We were broken up. You left me for your ex. I was single, and I was trying to survive." Her eyes filled with tears. "How can you say that to me? How can you sit there and tell me you don't regret being with other women?" "Because I don't. I was alone and heartbroken, and you were with someone else. I didn't do anything wrong. But we're married now. Doesn't that mean anything?" "It means everything, but I'm not going to apologize for what I did when you walked out the door." She's barely spoken to me in 3 weeks. She moved into the guest room. She told her sister I cheated on her, and now her entire family thinks I'm unfaithful. Her sister called me disgusting. Her mother left a voicemail saying she raised her daughter better than to stay with a man like me. I asked my wife to clarify to her family that we were broken up, that she was the one who left, that she was with Tobias when I was with those women. She said that doesn't matter because I should have been waiting for her, while she was having dinners with the man she left me for. The couple's therapist we used to see agreed to a session. My wife spent the entire hour crying and saying she felt betrayed. The therapist asked me how I felt. I said I felt like I was being punished for surviving something she caused. My wife looked at me like I'd slapped her. We haven't booked another session. She still wants me to say I regret it. I still don't. And I'm starting to wonder if this marriage can survive the fact that I refuse to lie about the only time in my life I chose myself over her.